Welcome back, everyone! This is Jareditis bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 13, and I have just returned from a run out abroad, and the sun is going down, ironically enough, but that's okay, because we're going to spend a bunch of time inside, so unless zombies come pounding on my door and I have to kill them, we're not going to worry about that. So, in between episodes, I made a couple extra soul vials. You might see them there on my hotbar here. Some soul vials, if you remember from last episode, the soul vial is made up of 3 pieces of fused quartz with a cap of solarium. Okay, and it turns out that those are actually really cool to work in the same capacity as safari nets. Okay, so safari nets or golden lassos, depending on which mod you want to go with, are used for basically transporting entities of whatever type, be it the good entities or the bad entities. You know, you can carry around monsters, you can carry around sheep, cows, and so on. So, very cool thing to have access to. I've captured a couple of things specifically for the purpose of having some fun with them. First thing we're going to do is set up ourselves a chicken farm, and we're going to do this very quickly and very simply. We're going to put a chest in a corner. Where's a corner I can use? For now this will work. We're going to put this here. This is probably not the best. You know what? Let's not. Let's put this outside. Yeah, because I don't want to. We're going to put this outside real quick. I'm going to make this all centrally located. So, as you saw before in last episode, I went and captured the skull of a sky. Hi guys, how you doing? Why are there so many of you all around my house? No, don't. That was my fault. I know. That was my fault. Anyway, brilliant. Sure they. I'm going back inside. It's dangerous out here. Yeesh. Okay. Let's change that up a little bit. Let's do this inside because, yeah, insanity. Alright, so let's see. Got that right there. Let's chop a hole right here. Yeah, there we go. As I went out and I gathered some things, I gathered some cows because I want to have some cows. Okay? So I gathered a pair. Stop falling into the earth, please. So I gathered a pair of cows, and it's a good thing too because, you know, cows are important. So let's see, instead of doing that, let's use, we're going to use some glass. It's amazing how quickly your plans can change when creepers start blowing up all your stuff, isn't it? Alright, so let's see. Gonna put that there, that there. We're going to put a hopper here, and we're going to put a chest here. We're going to use the wrench to rotate. Oh, is that not working? Really? Oh, wasn't that inconvenient? I thought the Yeta wrench worked in the same capacity as the others. That's okay. Not a big deal. We'll make another wrench that will work. We're going to make ourselves a crescent hammer. This is from Thermal Expansion, and it works. I know it works. See? And we're going to rotate that around to the point where it points down like that. So then we're going to go ahead, and I put the glass in the wrong place because I'm a genius, but that's okay. And we should be able to then grab a little bit of dirt. Now the theory is that I should be able to place this chicken right there. The chicken is stuck and can't get out. And he will lay eggs. And when he lays eggs, I can then throw the eggs and get more chickens out of the eggs. So yay, chicken farm. That quick, that easy. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. So now, over time, this chicken will lay eggs and actually drop feathers because of Botania. And so now I have a way to get excess eggs and feathers. So sweet. Now, the whole reasoning behind this was actually I went out in the world to get cows. Okay, I needed cows because I need buckets of milk. Okay, I need buckets of milk because I am going to make some cake. Because cake is yummy and good for you and stuff like that. No. Cake is going to be important to make the next set of items that we're going to be using, and it's going to help in the development of our next build. Okay, so just can compress this down from snowballs into snow blocks and toss them in here. Okay, so what we want to do is get some cake, and as we might look here, the cake shows that it's 2 pieces of sugar, an egg, 3 pieces of wheat. Now this is milk, okay? It's supposed to be buckets of milk, and I don't know if there's a problem with the recipe, if this is gonna not work, but we're gonna find out together. If for some reason the recipe doesn't work like it's supposed to, then we will give ourselves some milk. Well, we'll give ourselves some cake, because obviously broken recipes. Well, that's the reason why we actually we left cheat mode enabled so that we can actually fix broken recipes of this nature. So let's go ahead and try this. We're supposed to go with an egg, 2 pieces of sugar, 3 pieces of wheat, and then a bucket of milk, a bucket of milk, and a bucket of milk. Okay, that does not work. Okay, let's see. What are the other options to fix a broken recipe? Give me just a second to figure this out. I'll be right back, because I don't want to cheat if I can find a way around it. So give me a second to think about this, and if I can't think my way around it, then we'll go ahead and cheat, but I'd like to think my way around it instead. So give me just a second to figure this out. Alrighty, we're back, and yeah, it doesn't work. So because it does not work, that seems to be a broken recipe. I'm going to go ahead and take 6 wheat and delete that, 4 sugar, delete that, 2 eggs, delete that. I'm not deleting my buckets of milk because I can get as many buckets of milk as I want out of the cows, so I'm deleting the buckets themselves won't make a difference, although having buckets of milk is basically worthless to me now, so I will just put them in the random equipment chest. And now we are going to change myself into creative mode. We are going to give myself 2 cakes because it's broken. And there we go. And we should be able to go back to survival mode. Yay, we made 2 cakes. Now, the reason we're making the cakes, as you might have asked yourself, well, why is he making cakes? Why is it important? Well, it is important, and there's a king slime outside my front door. And you know what? He can just hang out there. I just don't care enough right now. Let me you know what? I'm gonna kill him. I just have to kill him. It's living close enough to a slime island. You just deal with these guys from time to time. So bring it. Thank you. Alright, so anyway, why are we making cake? We are making cake so that we can do a couple of really fun things with it. Early on, I showed you guys in Botania, there was a couple of runes that we could have made, but they required us to make cake, and I did not have the stuff necessary to make cake. Well, I've determined that now it's actually more important to make cake, and therefore we are going to make cake. Well, we've already made cake. Can I help you with something, sir? And where did you come from? Okay, I obviously need to do some more lighting work down there, but that's okay. Alright, so cake. We are going to be making some mana lenses. Okay, mana lenses can be placed on the front of your mana distributors in order to give them different effects. Okay, and the mana lens that we are going to be making, actually specifically, we're going to need the basic mana lens. You need the basic mana lens to work any other kind of mana lens into this. Okay, basic mana lens doesn't do anything. Exactly. Now, I think, if I remember correctly, yes, we already have 1 basic mana lens. And as you can see here, it's just 4 mana steel and a pane of glass. Okay, you can dye them all different colors to make the mana bursts that you shoot different colors. That's not really relevant. The velocity lens is going to make your the mana burst travel faster. The potency lens is going to make it double the amount of mana. The resistance lens increases the amount of time the mana burst can go without losing any mana. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of these. We're going to specifically look for, let's see, gravity, bore. The bore lens basically is a digging lens, okay? It requires the basic mana lens and a rune of greed. The rune of greed requires 2 mana diamonds, a rune of water, and a rune of spring. And the rune of spring is a rune of fire, a rune of water, wheat, and 3 oak saplings. That's not a big deal. That doesn't require cake. I'm going to make these off camera because it takes a while to make these things. And as you've already seen, we've already know how to make this kind of stuff. So I'm going to make a rune of greed, but that's not the important one. First off, what I was looking to do before was to make the Rune of Wrath. The Rune of Wrath requires the Rune of Winter. The Rune of Winter requires snow blocks, wool, Rune of Earth, Rune of Water, and cake. There it is, folks. There's the cake. That's what we're after. We are going to be making 2 Runes of Winter. Okay? One is going to be used for the Rune of Wrath, and the Rune of Wrath basically makes it so that a mana burst can damage living beings that comes across. Okay? Draining its own mana to do so. Basically, it turns the mana burst into an offensive weapon. But the one we really want to make, and we're going to have so much fun with this one, is going to be the Entropic Lens. The Entropic Lens imbues the mana burst with entropy, causing it to release its energy in the form of an explosion when it collides against something that can't receive mana. Okay? That's going to require a Rune of Envy. The Rune of Envy is a Rune of Water plus a Rune of Winter, and 2 mana diamonds, of course. So, there's the use for the other Rune of Winter. Okay, it's going to take me about probably 15 minutes to go ahead and put all these runes together. So, give me just a second. We're going to make some runes, and I'll be back to show you what they're for. Be right back. By the way, it occurs to me that we actually haven't made Runes of Water in this playthrough, so I just wanted to show you really quickly that the Rune of Water is 3 pieces of mana steel, 1 piece of sugarcane, 1 piece of bone meal, and 1 fishing pole. So go baby go. Be back when I get the rest. Alrighty, we're back. We have now made, get back here. Wouldn't want to drop you. We've made some of the basic runes, making some mana diamonds real quick. As you know, dropping mana diamonds into that is how you make those. So we're going to go ahead and put 2 mana diamonds on here. Let's see, we're going to need a Rune of Earth and a Rune of Water, along with, yeah, there we go, Rune of Winter. Alright, so in this case, it's the Rune of Winter and the Rune of Water, I think. Yes. Right click with the wand, and off we go to the rocket sled races. Toss that on there for just a second. When it gets done, we'll be ready to do that. That's going to make us our Runes of Envy. And, oops, wrong one. Gravity Bore Lens. Right, the Bore Lens is going to be the Rune of Water, 2 mana diamonds, and a Rune of Spring. I forgot to make the Rune of Spring. I'm a genius, but that's okay. Let's see, which was the Rune of Spring again? The Rune of Spring is fire, water, wheat, and 3 saplings. We can make that real quick. Should just take a second. 1, 2, 3 saplings. Why did I need 2 Runes of Winter? I needed 2 Runes of Winter, and I don't remember why. Oh well. Water, fire, wheat. Wheat. And I think I have a Rune of Fire. I have 2 Runes of Fire and an extra Rune of Water. Now I'm really glad I made extras of these. I mean, if you're going to make the stuff, you might as well make more than what you need, right? That way when you come back later and need them, you'll be like, oh, look, I've already got them. And go Rune of Spring. Sweet. So yeah, rune making, very cool thing. Little time taking. You wind up doing a lot of it. So, Rune of Envy. Is that thing ready already? Oh wow, that was quick. Seemingly the second tier of runes is actually a bit quicker and lower mana cost. So now we should be able to go diamond, diamond, rune of spring, and rune of water. Wow, really am glad I made extra water this time. I actually didn't realize I needed this many. Bingo, and go. Alright, cool. So, now that we have this going, we can go ahead and make the mana lens of boring. And let's see, we're going to need the mana lens, but we're also going to need another basic mana lens, because we're making more than one lens after all. Random blocks. No, the panes should be in the machine blocks. Or not. Didn't have any, that's alright. Just trust me on this one, this is going to be worth the wait. This is going to be some of the funnest stuff. Well, I think it's going to be really fun anyway. Alright, so we'll make a couple of extra of these. That's wonderful. Okay, you're ready. Here, have one of these and one of those. Alright, sweet. So now we can actually go ahead and change the Rune of Envy along with the mana lens, and that's going to make an entropic lens, which is going to be so much fun to play with. The Rune of Envy secondary won't be necessary for the moment. The Rune of Greed plus the mana lens is going to make the mana lens of boring. And no, it's not boring, but it will be boring. And then there was one other lens I wanted to make. Was there not? Let's see. Ah, that's what it was. The Rune of Wrath. The Rune of Wrath is the Rune of Winter plus the Rune of Earth and 2 more mana diamonds. Ah, I'm going to need more diamonds. That's okay. We have lots of diamonds from where we went mining, so no problem there. And I can never remember Earth, Winter, and the 2 diamonds. So Earth, Winter, 2 diamonds. Should be good to go. Alright, diamond, diamond, Earth, Winter, go. This should just take another second, and then we're going to play around with these. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why are we making all these lenses? Well, these lenses are actually going to be interchangeable on something else that I've made. And that other thing, we actually made several episodes back, and today we're going to have some fun with it. So, there it is, Rune of Wrath. Alright, so let me put some of this stuff away. Botania, don't need that. That. Need that, and that. We don't need any more of these. By the way, you might have noticed the Runes of Earth, by the way, an ironic little side note here. The Rune of Earth requires a block of coal for each set of 3. I didn't have the coal to make the blocks. I actually had to go running down, mine out a little bit of stuff so I could get the coal necessary to actually make these. So I thought that was slightly ironic, but yeah. Alright, so now, what is the reason that we have these? Well, the reason that we have these is so we can have fun with them. How are we going to have fun with them, you might ask? Well, let me show you. Okay, first off, let's eat something. Alright, second off, if you remember a while back, we made this Mana Blaster. Mana Blasters are kind of cool, don't you think? Alright, so the Mana Blaster is going to allow me to use these as tools. Okay, so the Mana Blaster, put in the crafting grid with the Mana Lens Bore, makes this the Mana Blaster of Boring. Okay, and we are going to go boring. Now, fun side note with this basically turns this into a shooting mining ray. Okay, so pretty cool, huh? So this will actually work fairly well. Works on dirt, great. Let's go downstairs and see how it works downstairs on some stone. Actually, it seemed to do about the same. And it mines it up. Okay, well, let's test it out. Can we mine this? We can. Alright, how about that? Yes, we can. Now we're going to be making a mess if we don't stop soon, but Anyway, the point is we can now use this, and it uses a very, and when I say very, I mean very minor amount of mana to do this. Okay? I'm not sure if it works to the same extent as a diamond pickaxe, but we're going to find out because I happen to have some obsidian here. Will you work on obsidian? Aw, no you won't. Alright, so looks like iron pickaxe is the way it goes to. Now, the question is, are we really restricted to an iron pickaxe, or can we do better? Well, I believe that we can do better. Let's look up one more mana lens. And this is going to be the potency lens. The potency lens doubles the amount of mana that a burst can carry. However, the beam becomes slower and it starts to lose mana a lot faster. But a rune of fire plus a mana lens. Oh, please tell me I have one more rune of fire. Yes. Rune of fire plus the mana lens is going to make a rune of potency. Okay. So, with the rune of potency, we can take a slime ball, and with the slime ball, we can take the lens back out of this, which, by the way, if you take the mana blaster and put it back in the crafting grid, you get the mana blaster and it leaves the lens behind. So the mana bore plus a slime ball plus a potency lens will give us a composite mana lens, bore potency. Okay, so basically this is going to make the boring more potent. Now I haven't tested this, but I would imagine that this is going to raise its ability to the level of a diamond pickaxe, and I'm really hoping it does, because that would be really cool to know. Let's take a look. Aww, disappoint. Did it make it go further? Okay, so it makes it go further instead of raising the mining level. Well, that's not too bad. I can live with that. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. I would have preferred to make it so I could mine obsidian. That would have been really cool. But that's alright. We'll make do. Alright, so that's one of the lenses we just made. Okay, and that can be used, fairly fun. The actual functionality of that isn't that great when you actually consider the things that we've already done. Okay, so... Oh, it's not going to let me break down the composite lens? I thought you could actually get that, off of there. We can color it. Yep, all we can do is color it. Okay, wow, so yeah, that's not going to work out like I had hoped. But that's alright, we'll get along anyway. So we're going to go ahead and leave this as a composite bore potency lens. We'll probably have to make some more potency lenses just because I thought that I could reuse the same one over and over again, and we're definitely going to want to see how this actually functions. Okay, mana lens of damaging. Basically now I have a gun that I can shoot enemies with. As a matter of fact, let's see, there's usually a monster or two in this little lake of water over here. Hey, yeah, hey, how's it going, buddy? Bang. 3 shots. That was 3 shots, right? 3 shots? That wasn't too bad. Let's see on a sheep. 1. 2 shots of sheep, not bad. So 3 hits on a normal monster, 2 hits on a animal. So let's see. I'm going to run back inside. I'm going to make a couple more runes of fire. That'll take a few minutes to make. And then we'll be back in a second to see how much we can up the damage on this thing. Alrighty, a few minutes later, I went ahead and made 2 sets of the fire runes, so we can have some in storage for next time. And I went ahead and made 3 potency lenses, which, by the way, adding a potency lens to the mana spreader going here will actually make it so it receives twice as much mana per burst, which should, in theory, later on make this take less time to charge while you're making more runes. So, a good thing to know. So let's go ahead and pull this sucker out of here. Grab a couple of slime balls, because we're going to do this a bunch. And we're going to put the slime ball, the potency lens, and the damaging lens. So now this should increase the damage done per shot. And you might notice that this whole time, my mana bar down in the bottom left corner of the screen has not really gone up that much. Let's see if we can one-shot the sheep. I'd be really happy if I one-shot the sheep. So yeah, it doesn't take a lot of mana. Oh, still 2 shots? Well, that's not fun. It might just be an unhappy medium. Let's find a skelly and try it on this. Actually, you know what? There's a zombie. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I can just do this. Well, no. Witch will get in the way, and they've got more health. It's showing there's a zombie right here. Let's find him real quick. I want to shoot a zombie. Are you hanging out in the water, or are you down? Yeah, I'll bet you're down. Yep, you're probably down here. I hear you. Where are you? Come on! I just want to shoot somebody. Was that sandstone? That's sandstone. I wonder what that's doing there. Are you down here, Mr. Zombie? Oh, come on. You don't want monsters, you can't get rid of them. You want a monster and you can't find it at all. Hey, bat. Did that really not work on the bat? It took 2 shots to kill the bat. That's kind of disappointing. I would think that this guy should be right here. I wonder if he's down in the little hole in the ground. Yeah, here we go. This is where that lava lake was early on that we used. Oh, hey, creeper. No, no, no. No. No! Stop it. Well, that didn't work out very well at all. Alright, so, yeah, that might not be the most effective way to take out enemies. Luckily, that's not really what we wanted to do. We actually are having fun with this. The whole purpose of this, and I wanted to go through a couple of the other lenses just because. Damage and potency. Yeah, that didn't work out as well as I wanted to. So we're going to go with the entropic lens. The entropic lens, this one could get a little messy. The entropic lens causes explosions when fired at anything that doesn't accept mana. So basically, we're going to blow some stuff up. Hey, you're a nice volunteer, aren't you? Except I don't want to make a bigger hole in my yard. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, there's a sheep. Did you know that's a sheep? There's a pig that's a little bit further away. We're gonna shoot this thing, and we're gonna watch as, boom, baby. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so as it turns out, it only does when it hits a block. Okay, as you can see, I can shoot this pig. It goes right through the pig and goes off over there. However, when you shoot a block next to said pig, the pig is caught in the explosion, essentially the same explosion as a creeper. Okay, this is actually the whole reason I wanted to make these lenses. Okay, they're fun to play with otherwise. Let's let's see how much range. Oh wow, that actually went a lot further than I thought it would. I didn't think it would actually reach the island, but still. Be careful shooting these around your house, of course, because, you know, destruction. So, for the project that I want to work on, I actually needed a way to clear out terrain quickly and easily. Okay, I normally would have used the filler from Buildcraft. Okay, and yes, I'm combining this with potency, and it will make the explosion bigger because bigger explosions. I'm gonna go ahead and put the damage one away. That was kind of disappointing, but you know, you can't have everything be great, right? So I need to clear away a lot of land. Now, normally, like I said, we would use the filler from Buildcraft. I was gonna say the builder from Philcraft. That'd be funny. So normally we use the filler. The filler is something we've used last season, and it's used to basically destroy or build specific things. I would show you how it works, but every time you place one of these in the nether, when you activate it, it basically destroys your world. Okay, I did a couple hours of testing with this, and I destroyed this world like 4 times, trying different ways to try to get the filler to work in the nether. You can place the filler in the nether. You can set it all up to work in the nether, but when you give it power, it will just crash your Minecraft client. Your game closes. Then when you try to load back, it says, hey, there's a fill in the nether, and crashes you again. So it basically makes your world unplayable. So keep that in mind. Be careful if you're using that. I'm sure that this is something that would be addressed in the future, but as of right now, it's still a problem. So yeah, if you want to do any kind of massive, well, I wouldn't say massive. If you want to do any kind of filler work in the nether, beware, you probably are not going to have a good time with that. Now, that being said, we actually now, because I can't use the filler, we have not only a good way, but we have a fun way of clearing land in the nether. So let me finish putting a couple of these things up, and I'll meet you in the nether. Alrighty, we're back. We're here in the nether, and we are going to have some fun. I'm going to go ahead and keep my Band of Mana, which, by the way, you might notice it's a lot further charged. I'm going to keep it in my inventory and keep the Ring of Magnetization on here. And I'm also going to go ahead and switch out my Sharpness Looting Sword for my Knockback Sword. After all, we are in the nether, and we don't want to die, well, too much, I guess is the correct way to say that. So we got the Boar Potency, and we've got the Entropic Potency. You saw the Entropic one before, and we're going to do the Entropic Potency one now. Anything out here that wants to kill me? No. Okay, good. Alright, so basically what we have here is the future site of my next project, okay? We're going to build a really nice place here in the nether. And no. Boom! How do you like it? Huh? Wow, that was a lot bigger explosion than I expected. Oh, that was fun. I liked that. Okay, so I'm going to clear a large area in the area of the nether, basically right around here. And good God, I hate it when that happens. I really do. And you know what? I don't like a big hole right here, but you can go away. And then you make a big hole anyway. Whatever. Alright, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time in between episodes doing stuff like this. That is so cool. Okay, I'm sorry, but having a grenade launcher is just so awesome. Because I know I have to clear so much of this stuff away. And I'll do some of the fine-tuning with some, you know, with the pick or the Mana Lens of Boring. But to be able to do this and have this kind of fun with it is just amazing. Oh, it destroyed the Ardite. Oh well, I'm not worried about getting Ardite at this point anyway. But this is definitely one of the funner ways to clear terrain. So we'll be back next episode. I'll have this terrain cleared out, and we will start the build. Next episode is probably going to be building the building, and then I will probably get the functionality of the building put in the episode after that. It's going to take me a while to build the building, and I want to show you guys exactly how I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So we'll see you next episode after I... oh, ow, that hurt. Okay, note to self, don't stand too close to the explosions. Alrighty, missed. Until next time, Jared is signing off on episode 13 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what I get into next, and as always, help spread the gaming!